Hey guys, welcome back out here to the Hedrick Outdoor YouTube channel and the new overlanding rigs, Project Babe overlanding rigs. First time out. Now most people, they would have been smart and tested this in their backyard or really close to home. No, me and my lovely wife slash camera girl decided that we were going to drive 6 hours away from home to test this whole system out. And we've stayed in it twice, actually, for Thanksgiving, but we were so busy that we didn't really have time to film anything. So now we're going to kind of just show you guys everything we figured out. And there's a lot that went wrong and a lot that went right. So you can see here we have our whole bed set up. It is really awesome. It works really well. It sleeps good. Right now you can see we have the EcoFlow hooked to a battery charger, charging the battery for the diesel heater. This is a slow process. It's going to take a lot of time. It does not go very quickly. It charges quicker in a house. But for now, this is what we have. The drawer, after sleeping on it one night or trying to sleep on it, or I know we did sleep on it once at a truck stop, so we didn't even set up the diesel heater, does not like to open. So we have to figure out a solution for that. As you can see, we have a blue ratchet strap currently holding up the end of the table, because my first solution, which was one of those bed, like cargo holders, cargo bar, you stretch it out across your bed. We cut it down to make it shorter so it would fit under there, but every time you put it somewhere, it wants to flex at these points and fall over. So we're using the ratchet strap now. Don't know if that's going to be a permanent solution or just a for this trip solution until I can figure out another way to support that end. You can see we have the hitch hauler on there. It hauls the coolers, because you don't really want all that stuff in there. And then also, now you have like a nice gradual step up into the truck. Going on from there, then we're out of this side. You can see that we have our awning up. We have not used it yet, not once, because it hasn't rained. And we just haven't seen a reason to pull it out just yet. But you can see we have our diesel heater tucked up under the truck here. It's because the V4 diesel heater is not waterproof. So if it was to rain or anything overnight, hopefully the truck will keep it as dry as possible. I have a table that sits on the tire that I built that's supposed to hold it, and it will hold it. It has no cover then at all. So I'm either going to build a box to put that in, to keep it dry, just some kind of box to put it in, or something so it can stay completely dry. But we had to pick up some longer pipe, because the pipe that the one that it came with was way too short. Even with it sitting on the tire, you still couldn't connect it. Cut us a nice piece of plywood and put the vent in there. This doesn't touch the truck, so it doesn't get hot. Exhaust out here. It air intakes from under the truck, so that's all good. It has worked fantastic. Set it on low, and it'll run all night and barely use any fuel at all and keep you plenty warm inside of this. See what else. If you notice, the truck's a little muddy. We went to eat at a place called OARC, I think is how you say it, general store / cafe, and we were following the GPS, and it decided to take us down a forest road that turned into like a dirt mud path that I ended up having to spin around on and put it in 4-wheel drive to get up out of there. But the truck did fine. It's done fine on this entire road trip, because it's Cummins. Welds are holding good on everything so far. Have noticed that there's some wear points that I have to address. Put a new shock on the glass to help hold it open. And I don't know if it's just holding it tighter against the bed or what, but it rubbed a spot through my fresh paint job to metal. And then the fuel can that sits here, not only does it leak when you try to pour fuel out of it, it rocks back and forth and has some wear marks on it. But for right now, that is the setup. This is his first run. We're learning what we like, what we don't like, what we have to fix, what we need to add, stuff that we don't need to bring with us, like the 0-degree sleeping bag that's sitting in here. Sitting right there all rolled up. We haven't used it once. We thought we may need it in case the diesel heater wasn't enough, or we didn't have time to set up the diesel heater. So if we don't have time to set up the diesel heater, you would need it. So it's probably always going to ride but it's not necessary. And then during the summer, I'll switch it out for a summer one, depending on if I can figure out the air conditioning system for this. That's different. Still have to figure out lighting. As far as filming inside, like at night, there is no lighting for that. We don't even have any cooking lighting right now. So I have to figure all lighting out. And lighting around the roof rack is also on that list. Other than that, this truck is like 90% complete. Still needs a winch, and we need to figure out lighting and figure out what's worth carrying with you and what's not worth carrying with you. And just a little bit more storage as far as like clothes and stuff, because we just have a suitcase and stuff in the back seat. Curtains are working out great on both sides. I leave the ones on the sides here, on the left and the right, I just leave them down 90% of the time. The one on the back glass of the truck like area stays rolled up, and then the one on this back glass of the camper shell stays rolled up when we're traveling, and then when we stop we can roll them down, and it works out great. I will show you guys what it looks like on the inside later tonight with some lights. Like, I have a few lights, I just don't know if it's enough yet, and figure out how to string them around. So far it's been really good. It's been really comfortable to sleep in. The little memory foam mattress I got off Amazon, which I'll link in the description, has worked out great. There's just some flaws that were unforeseen that are now being seen that we have to figure out. Mostly the fact that I can't open the drawer that has all our cooking and toiletries and stuff like that. And we've only stayed at campgrounds with bathrooms so far, but I have a solution for that, and that's a poo bucket. Okay, little lid goes on a bucket, you put some bags in it, you do your business, you throw it away for some unlucky garbage men to have to deal with. Okay, that's what you do there. Or you can go dig you a hole and poo in it. You know, is what it is. Other than that, that's the setup for now. I don't think I missed anything. Showed you the heater and everything. Showed you that it's charging off the EcoFlow. Yeah, this is a fuel can. It's just an Amazon can. You can see right here where it rattles around and has wore through the paint there, and it's starting to wear through there and there, and it leaks no matter if you put the donkey ding dong on there or not. It likes to leak right out the front. So I'm either going to get a new can, or it doesn't leak that bad, but I always smell like diesel fuel. I got a diesel fuel stain right there because it's oily. And then finding a place to store this, I had it stored on the tire carrier, and now it's full of dust and dirt from going down those gravel roads, so I have to clean it at some point before I can fuel the heater again, but it's full of fuel, so that doesn't matter. Have not tried out the solar panel, the knockoff solar panel we got at a flea market on the EcoFlow yet, because the EcoFlow's been fully charged since we left the house. Been charging our phones on it for like 3 days, and it was only down to 90%, even enduring all the cold weather here in Arkansas that we've had. Now the battery, charging this battery with this battery charger is putting a whooping on it. It was at 90%, we're down to 88%, but it still says it'll run for 15 hours charging this battery, and that's good because it takes this battery with this charger, because it's only a 6 amp charger, quite a few hours to charge. So we're going to have to keep ourselves busy, start a fire, stuff like that. We'll show you guys us cooking dinner and stuff too, because, okay, to christen the new rig, you got to go big, right? You got to go big. So we got 2 hand-cut ribeyes and some scrimps. So we're going to cook those up in a cast iron skillet with some butter, and we've got fresh garlic that we're going to have to chop up and put in there. And if we don't want just meat, we got some fresh green beans, and then I got some canned foods too that I was thinking about doing something with. Just in case, brought more food than we needed. It doesn't rattle. Nothing rattles when you're going down the road. Like, it doesn't, like, you don't hear the roof, not the roof rack. Yeah, you don't hear the roof rack rattling, or the awning rattling, or the chain. You don't even hear the chains on the back of the truck rattling. Is that because this truck's freaking loud? Maybe, because we're gonna have to put a muffler on this thing, because I really hate driving into a campground at 8 or 9 o'clock at night in this loud, rattly, clattly son of a gun. So we gonna fix that. All right, we're gonna put a muffler on it. I don't know, you gonna go here, go 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 go. But it's for respect for other people and wildlife. So that's enough about the truck. Now I'm going to tell you where we are. We are, if you turn this way, you'll see this beautiful emerald green colored water here. Can you see that real good? All right. This is Long Pool Campground in Arkansas. It's about an hour east of Ozark, Arkansas, just west of Russellville, Arkansas. It's absolutely beautiful out here. As you can see, beautiful emerald green water. There's a lot of cliffs and stuff. We're going to go down here and show you here in just a minute. We actually got to gather some firewood because the guy who sells firewood out here for donation was out of firewood. So that sucked because we were kind of planning on chilling by the fire and hanging out for a little while. But now we got to gather firewood. So we're going to gather some firewood and then we're going to run down here to we'll show you how like the whole, what would you call it? Day recreation area. We're going to go down here. We're going to show you it. It's really, really pretty. I'm going to show you the whole walk down. And then there's this like, it's not sand, like rock bar kind of spot that you can hang out and stuff like that. So we're going to head down that way here in just a minute. All right, y'all. So this is the big Piney Creek. That's what this creek is called. Here in Long Pool Recreation Area in the Ozark National Forest. So we're going to go ahead and head down here to this, I don't know if you guys can see it from here, down here to this rocky beach area. And we're going to give y'all a nice pretty view of all that right there. You got bathrooms with showers. There's a nice big pavilion up there. And then this is day use parking. It's $3. It's like 10 a.m. to sometime or 10 p.m. to sometime. But the area is closed so that campers can camp and have a good time. We're in the tent section, so they have the tent section, and then they have an RV section with all the hookups, and then they have RV sections without the hookups. So you've got some options. We're tent section because we don't need any hookups. We just back up and do what we got to do. All right, guys, so as you can see, we're down here at the Big Piney River. Big Piney Creek. Is it Big Piney Creek or Big Piney River?
Creek.
Okay, creek. Beautiful emerald green water, nice rock. You can walk all the way down to it. Me and the old camera girl here, we're going to have a rock skipping competition. And I'll let you know who wins because she don't like to be on camera a whole lot, but I'm going to try to sneak a few clips of her actually trying to skip a rock. But I'm going to go first as soon as I find the right rock. I don't know, that one's okay. That was 2. All right. That was 2. And I know that was a pathetic excuse for a rock skip, so let me try again. Let me find a little better rock. I think I went too big. I don't know if she caught that or not. That was a solid 0. That was a splash. Okay, here we go. I got it this time, guys. That was a really far 2, okay? So, if you'll let me film her. And hang on. And go. That was 2. That was technically 2. Very short, but technically 2. She didn't... That was also 2. You gotta get a little further out there, baby. And she swamped the last one. Okay, so it's 2 to 2. Okay, guys, I picked up all the good rocks for myself. Shh, don't tell her. All right. So, 2 to 2, it's tied. That's 2. What was that, 5?
4.
That was 5.
That was 4.
Whatever. Okay, that was 4. I think that one was 3. So, new thing to beat is 4. Yeah, she can't do it. All right, y'all. So she's got some rocks she wants to try. She's got this big hunker that she's gonna try. Two off the little one. She threw that one directly in front of her. needless to say, I'm going to say I won, okay? With 4, even though I think it was 5. She says it's 4. Y'all let me know if it was 4 or was it 5 if y'all got to see it real good. But we're going to hang out. We're going to keep skipping rocks and having fun. And we will see you guys when it's time to cook up that shrimp and steak. Y'all know that's going to be good. Alright guys, so here's kind of my lighting setup. I'm going to turn the flash off here in just a second so you can see it. This is just for right now. I wish I could find some more of these. They run off of like battery power packs, so there's one sitting there, or I can run it off of this when it's not charging the phones and charging the battery. I can run it off of that. I'm going to try to find some more of those. I bought that at AutoZone one time. They had it and we never restocked it. They never had another one when I was working there, and I've never seen another one. But it's just a USB rope light. I'm going to try to find some more, and that's probably what I'm going to use because I really like it. But that's with flash. That is without flash. So it lights up pretty good. And it's like I said, that's got different modes. If we're using the orange mode right now because we don't want a bunch of light. Y'all have seen it do white. It does white, orange, and white and orange, and it dims and brightens. And this is actually on the lowest setting right now. So it works really well. Like I said, I wish I could find another one. I wish I remembered the name of it or anything just to find another one of these, but it's a really, really great rope light. Okay, so like I said, you can brighten it like that, dim it, switch between, so this is orange and white, max brightness on orange and white, lowest on orange and white, and then you have just white, so that's max brightness on white, and lowest brightness on white. I said I'm a big fan of just the orange when I'm just hanging out, and even when I'm just cooking. This is my favorite. And if I need a little more light, I'll just bump it up. And it really helps, like, so it's kind of twisted down there right now. If I'll rotate that over, it'll give me a little more on that corner, but I don't need it. Like I was saying, I wish I had a few more because I could run one across my cooking table here for light, or across the bottom of the awning if it was out. So I'm going to try to find some more. I can't remember the name of them to save the life of me. Like I said, I found them at one AutoZone that I worked at one time. They were cheap on sale. I bought it, and they never restocked it. We never got any more. And I've never seen any more in any of the AutoZones I went to. For a brief minute, we carried this overlanding like camping lighting, which is what this is. And then it was gone. All right, as you can see, we got our shrimp cooking down, butter, jalapenos, bell pepper, Cajun seasoning. It's getting all good and cooked. Once this is done, we're gonna hit them steaks. It's gonna be slap your mama good. All right, as you can see, we got our steaks sizzling and cooking down real good. Got the shrimps, we've already eaten a few. They're really good. We're just having us a good old time. You know, so we're going to sit here. We're going to finish cooking these steaks. I'll show you them once they're done in there. El perfecto. Cooked to perfection. And then I'm going to eat. We're going to chill. We're going to go to bed. And we'll see you in the morning. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Got that perfectly rare cook. Look at that. Delicious. Absolutely fantastic. So we're gonna sit around, we're gonna eat and everything, and I'll see you guys in the morning. At least you know how everything went throughout the night as we get headed back home to Mississippi. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting us some coffee percolated this morning. I love these things. I have had a bunch of them. I keep losing them or breaking them, but they're awesome. Best coffee you'll ever have. We slept pretty great. That little diesel heater will run you out of there. We're working on packing up and heading back home to old Mississippi. But it was a great trip. A lot of things I got to fix. A lot of things that got to be fixed. But other than that, you know, it was a successful trip. Well, it'll be really successful if we make it home in one piece. So we'll see. So next time I see you guys, I will be standing in my own yard. We have made it back home. The old Cummins Project Babe, she did great. 370,000 miles, running strong. No doubt in my mind that it would ever make this trip over and over and over again. That's why I chose to use a second-gen Cummins as my platform for building an overland rig, because they have amazing reliability as long as you keep up with your maintenance. So it was a great trip, guys. It really, really was. All right, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. Y'all remember to like and subscribe. Y'all stay frosty, and I'll see you in the next one.